let's talk about civil unrest.
Hey everyone, ran across this today. Surprise, surprise, global banks are privately preparing for dangerous levels of imminent civil unrest in Western homelands. That means big, wealthy, first world countries like, the US and the UK and lots of Europe. Yeah, ecological collapse is happening, and the psychopathic billionaires that are causing it are just wringing their hands with what to do, apparently, about the rest of us. Instead of actually dealing with any of these problems by not being greedy psychopaths, and actually using their wealth to redistribute it to the rest of us who earned it for them, and doing something about the climate crisis and the food crisis that is looming because of the climate crisis. They're just going to, I guess, give the police more military gear to beat us down with, and try to keep us under their boots while they flee to their bunkers in New Zealand or wherever the hell they've built bunkers to escape the rest of us and our pitchforks and torches that after... Surprised we haven't actually come after them with any pitchforks or torches yet. It's going to be a little late by the time everybody wakes up, I think. But, yeah, by preparing, they're not actually going to do anything to help us. They're, going to make sure that, the clamps come down even harder on us. Instead of ensuring that everybody has food and clean water and housing, they're going to run off with whatever wealth is left on the planet and just let everything collapse and let us just fight each other, I guess. That's their plan. We'll be fighting each other over stupid culture wars while they run off to their bunkers. It's not the way I want this community running, so we all need to take care of each other and concentrate on composting the wealthy who are responsible for all of this. And yeah, I'm really in absolute dismay that nothing has been done about climate change for decades, and here we are. Food systems and ecology on the planet completely collapsing, and the people who profited off of all this, the destruction of the only planet that supports human life in the known universe, they're just gonna let us fight for the scraps while they run away, like throwing the guard dog a steak and then, going in and breaking in and robbing the house. Ah, man. I hate doing this stuff where I'm reading another website out loud. There's another channel that does that a lot, and it's kind of boring and form your own thoughts, but here we go. Global banks and investment firms are bracing themselves for an unprecedented upsurge in civil unrest in the US, UK, and Europe as energy and food price spikes are set to drive costs of living to astronomical levels. That's right. Even the people who are well off right now are going to find themselves absolutely screwed soon. How do you think that's going to play out? And all these financial institutions and investment firms just, they can't figure out what to do because they need their CEOs to keep earning hundreds and thousands of times what they've been paying us workers for the last several decades. They need to hold on to all that power and all that wealth and not share it to make the world a better place or to help anybody else out. Remember, this is all of our money, folks, that they're hoarding. We generate all the wealth for these corporations, and they throw us the cockroach scraps. So, yeah, these financial planners and institutions aren't planning to do anything to help you and I because they don't give a shit about us. To quote George Carlin, they don't give a shit about us. They don't give a shit. They don't give a royal flying fuck. Yeah, I know I'm dropping F-bombs on YouTube, but deal. The truth has to come out, people. And, yeah, this is going to cause some severe civil unrest, and I'm afraid it's going to be pointed in the wrong direction. We don't need to be going after poor people or trans people or people with skin that looks different than us. We need to be going after the wealthy financial institutions that have allowed this to happen and are going to do absolutely nothing to stop the Holocene, Anthropocene extinction event that has been caused by industrial civilization the past 150 years, if that. These people are just going to drive the planet right into the ground. Apparently, the well-to-do middle classes will find it hard to afford staple foods and pay bills. Right now I'm thinking of what well-to-do middle class meant when I was growing up, and that meant you had at least 2 or 3 cars, and one of them was an Audi, and you had a swimming pool and a big giant house in the suburbs with some land and a backyard and all of those toys, and that. Those people, if they exist anymore, are going to be having a hard time. Well, I'm just going to link this article so you guys can go ahead and read it, but I'm surprised this didn't happen 20 years ago. I really am. The shit is royally hitting the fan. And it's a lot easier to prevent these problems than to just let them fester and boil for decades until it causes massive amounts of death and suffering. Industrial civilization has got to go, or our species isn't going to make it on this planet. And I know no one wants to hear that. But guess what? I'm going to keep saying it because it's the truth. Industrial civilization needs to collapse for the planet to exist. And we need the planet to exist in order to exist. And our species never needed industrial civilization, and it's only been very recent in our history, so I don't know why we would trade this lifestyle for the existence of everything on the planet. It's absolutely insane. And we need to wake up in a big fucking hurry. I would definitely stock up on extra food, learn some skills that you need to know but don't know yet, and learn how to grow food, and I would get some animal friends in a hurry to help through this. Actually, that's a whole other topic. There are way too many chickens and cows on the planet and not enough wildlife anymore. So maybe don't get so many animals, but we need to help the Earth's systems and ourselves in a different, better way, in a hurry. And concentrate on being angry at the people who have caused this. Billionaires and millionaires who have the money to solve all these problems and have outright refused to do anything about it. They'd rather go and play in space and play space cowboy and continue to make lots of money and hoard power and wealth instead of making the world a better place, a survivable place for all of us. So, yeah, we are screwed here.